From the second largest city in the U.S., Los Angeles, California, we've got football as EA Sports coverage of the NFL is on the air. Today we've got an intriguing NFC matchup lined up here, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Los Angeles Rams. And off we go from SoFi Stadium. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And leading them out, their signal caller, now in his fourth season in the NFL.
A tough time a season ago, his team missed the playoffs for the first time in his career. But he does remain one of the most efficient quarterbacks in the league. He's completed over 67% of his passes for his career. We know he's efficient. Now he wants to be spectacular and get his team back to the big game.
Purdy now to throw off the play action. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he's able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
Now a 2nd and 2. Here's the Pro Bowler, Christian McCaffrey. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. He stayed afloat for a second there after the first wave of contact, but that was going nowhere.
Yeah, what did he tell us in pregame? I just don't want to get my feet stopped initially when I'm trying to make a run. That's exactly what happened there. Unfortunately, as you noted, got away a little bit from the first one, but the wave swarmed him under.
Purdy from the gun. Open man is Jerron Jennings. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
First down, San Francisco.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Throwing here, Purdy. And the Rams got it. They bring it down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now Purdy. Open man, former Gator. It's Ricky Pearsall. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams' 25-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
49ers.
And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. That's to the sideline and incomplete. The LA defense up to snuff in coverage there. Pushes this to 4th down.
Tight defense there on 3rd down, but what a product of good coaching and even better execution, because he realized he's in field goal range. No sense forcing anything, and he made sure he didn't.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Here we go with McCaffrey. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. Christian McCaffrey unable to get to the marker. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. Well, they miss an opportunity to put some points on the board on the opening drive. They pass on the field goal. What'd you think?
I'm looking at it from a positive standpoint for them. First drive of the game, they set the tone, right? They go downfield. They let them know how aggressive they're going to be all game long. Even though they don't get it, because it's the first drive of the game, you're not that worried about it. Hey, we got plenty of other opportunities as this game moves on.
Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. The left side throw complete to Adams. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 26-yard line.
Off of play action. Here's Stafford. That's into the hands of Tutu Atwell. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They'll run for the first time here with Kyron Williams. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a 1st down.
That's good for a Rams 1st down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Play action. Stafford. Pass complete there to Nakua. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far, running, passing.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Kyron Williams, 14 yards. And the Rams are on the board first here this afternoon. Solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment, That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Extra point attempt to come here. It's up, it's good, and the Rams take a 7-0 lead. That drive goes 80 yards in 6 plays. And it was capped off by the Kyren Williams touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. Well, they've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
This complete right side of the tight end Farrell. So the completion good for just 3. And that will bring up 2nd down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. McCaffrey on the counter. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The completion on 1st didn't get much, and now the run on 2nd doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
Purdy. And it is caught. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a 1st down as well.
And a 49er 1st down.
So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
Pass complete once again to Bourne. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a 1st down.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
And his throw here is incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. McCaffrey on the toss right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They get 9 yards there, and they get a 1st down.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Here's Purdy. Sets up the screen to Robinson. Had a nice move, but can't break away. Down just inside the 30. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 9. McCaffrey running up the middle. And some nice running, going to get him down close to a first down at the Rams' 21. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run for it. This is Juszczyk. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
2 yards on the play. And the 49ers first down.
It's amazing how much advice defensive players get on 3rd down. You hear the bench screaming out, watch the draw, watch the screen, watch the pass here. Very rarely did they reference watching the fullback, and he slipped through and picked up a first down.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Purdy looking to throw. This is caught. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
San Francisco.
Kendrick Bourne, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Niners are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it was Kendrick Bourne who was able to cap things off with a touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Back to throw, Stafford. Will find a man over the middle, Tutu Atwell.
he sees zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Here is 3rd down and 4. Stafford. And this is going to be incomplete.
And this is what you wanted to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out, and giving the ball back to their offense.
So on 4th down, on is Ethan Evans to punt for the Rams. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And the momentum just continuing to build and build for them. They had the touchdown, their last drive to tie the game. Now their defense does its job. And Charles, all of a sudden, they've got a chance to capture the lead here.
And we're seeing a really nice exhibition of what coaches love to call complementary football. Offense gets a tie, defense does its job, gets the ball right back, and their teammates now have momentum. What a nice job they're doing, all doing it together.
Pass caught by Pearsall. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 26-yard line.
Purdy now to throw. Finding Bourne here over the middle. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a 1st down on that last catch as well. Up the gun, McCaffrey. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Throw over the middle, pulled in here by Farrell. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
A gain of 7 yards.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
These two teams all tied after one. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Purdy on the sneak. Only a yard on the sneak, not enough. And he's a few inches short for 4th down.
Well, that wound up backfiring. Instead of handing it to your workhorse fullback or running back, they went quarterback sneak, and now they have to punt it away.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
But when it's 4th and inches, shouldn't you pick up the 1st down? I mean, shouldn't you go for it? I mean, if you can't get inches, right? why are you playing?
And on inches, that's your favorite play, right? Don't mess with handing it off. Just go ahead and get the surge and go right up the gut.
Exactly. Create that. Just a little bit of space should get it done. You're almost able to take the snap, just fall down and pick it up. They got it there.
Brought down on the play by Kobe Turner.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll go down shy of 40 at the 41. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And the 49er first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's Byron Young, who ranged in that time and stopped him for a loss.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Back to throw, Purdy. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a third down.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
From the gun on third down, Purdy. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Stafford and the Rams come up, 1st and 10 at the 20. He'll look to Williams to begin things. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there on 2nd down.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Got a man open. It's Tyler Higbee. And Higbee going to have a Rams first down as the tackle made up around the 33-yard line.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now a play fake, and it's Stafford. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's a gain of 13, 1st down Rams. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make someone miss in the open field.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. Second down now.
3-yard pickup.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the gun, here's Stafford. He'll drop this down to Williams. It'll be a gain of 5. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now Stafford. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he...
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Rams have taken the lead. Well, that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open to the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7.
49ers 7.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. And the 49ers getting set to trot out there. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
First down, San Francisco.
Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
Throwing here, Purdy. Tries to hit Jennings, and it's intercepted. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Matthew Stafford and the rest of the Rams offense set to take over once more. Last series, the ball never hit the ground. 6 of 6, touchdown pass, so whatever he did then, do it again, right?
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of when I watch the best quarterbacks throw 7-on-7 or even routes versus air. They're accurate, The receivers catch it. The ball never touches the ground. Or if you want to take it to basketball, a well-executed fast break, right? Pass, 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 finish at the rim, basket. Yeah, ball never hits the ground there either.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. They'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Now it's Stafford. Incomplete.
So it looked like maybe his third or his fourth read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Now Stafford. And the Niners get there and bring him down. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
Ethan Evans on now to punt.
For the Rams.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
A second and 11 from the 19. Now Purdy. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
This offense so far on third down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is third and 11. Operating from the gun, Purdy got the connection here to Bourne. And he is stopped just short on third down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10.
On third down, you'll give him that. You just want to make sure that you play the first down line. They were able to get him down and force the punt.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on fourth down. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
So not just running into the punter, but roughing the punter.
And I'm struggling with this one. You know, you're watching it, partner. Is it more the first rather than the latter? This is a tough one. Almost feels like he felt like he had to call it on that play.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Oh, big-time credit. What a play design there. They wanted to get him loose in the open field, and they succeeded. He had all sorts of room to operate in, and they finally track him down inside the 5-yard line. McCaffrey will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. A loss of 2 there, second down. Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
And that's a great job of tackling right there. If he could have made the first man miss, maybe he could have taken it into the end zone. Instead, they stopped him pretty well right in his tracks, and you often see that in the red zone. Offense has to be quick. In this case, the defense is quicker.
Well, that's to the left sideline and incomplete. The LA defense up to snuff in coverage there. Pushes this to fourth down.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in this second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hold. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
After the field goal, on to kick it away, it's Pinheiro. Nifty move. Here's Kyron Williams running out for another possession. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. Stafford and the Rams come up first and 10 at their own 26. He'll hand this to Williams to start things out. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Stafford now to throw. Throws left side. Atwell's got it. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Here's third and a few inches. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. Room here to run. And finally they get him to the ground, but it's all the way down at the Niners 30. 78 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on third down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
He's had success running the football. This is more or less an extension of that because they drop it off to him on the screen. And I'll bet he's thinking to himself, if I didn't have to slow up a bit here in traffic, I could have really made something out of that one.
Out of the gun, Stafford. They'll get this one complete to Atwell. And out of bounds right around the 20. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield. Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
A 34-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the 2 teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The 49ers offense and Brock Purdy getting ready for this next possession. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get in the field goal range. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
That's complete to his tight end, Farrell. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Purdy will set up to throw it here. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. A throw left side for Pearson is complete. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
It's a gain of 10. First down, 49ers.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. He hit his first, this one from 38. This is up and good from Pinheiro. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. Well, a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. So halftime here out west. Let's go east. That's where we find Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, we thank you as always, and we'll see what happens here in the second half. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out with the victory. Ball first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Rams 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They start the second half here with Williams. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time. Forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Stafford to the right side and complete to Atwell. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Back to throw, Stafford. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
Here comes the Rams punter now as he's on to kick it away. Return there, call it 13 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Purdy off the play fake. This is Jennings. Oh, what a juke into space. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. They go play action here. Purdy. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried the dump off, lost yardage. Bourne going to go in motion right here. Purdy. Open man is Bourne. Will go down as a gain of 6. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Again, it's Purdy to throw it. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That's good for 28 yards.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff down to McCaffrey. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Purdy now to throw. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Christian McCaffrey from 6 yards away. And the 49ers have taken the lead here this 3rd quarter. So a very strong first drive in this second half, Charles, as they've turned that halftime deficit into a 3rd quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But, boy, they executed awfully well moving the ball down the field.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And that one gives them a 3-point lead. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it's finished off by a receiving touchdown from Christian McCaffrey. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. And the Rams getting set to go now. Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They begin the drive with Williams. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
Now they'll fake the jet sweep here and throw out play action. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
From the gun on third down, Stafford. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Here comes the Rams punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. Returning it is Moore. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The Niners offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. This is McCaffrey on the give. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Here's Purdy. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 38-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. McCaffrey on the counter. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Back to throw, Purdy. That's complete to Pearsall. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything is if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 9-yard line.
Out of the gun, Purdy. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. couple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
Eighth play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on third down. Now Purdy. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Kendrick Bourne with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And they are able to add on to their advantage. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is lets you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Pinheiro's extra point up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Rams offense and running back Kyron Williams getting ready for their next possession. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of the halftime talk for this defense. We've got to find a way to slow him down. That's probably what they're saying. But nothing that they have done has worked so far. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. 93 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I loved one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, "I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along."
Stafford. Short throw, it's Higbee. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it second down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you have to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, figured out where the blitz was coming from and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
They'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
And there's a completion to the tight end, and look at the size of these players nowadays. And that's football players somehow came back to football, and that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Yetur Gross-Matos getting in there to make the play. That time, it looked like he essentially just ran right into the pass rush.
Yeah, partner, I'm not much of an outdoorsman, but the fish jumped right into the net, didn't he? Because you've got to make sure that you're deep enough that you can get around the defensive end, have an angle there. But he couldn't do it because he actually cut that one off. Really nice play coming off the edge.
Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He was looking for the checkout bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
Brock Purdy and the 49ers out for their next possession.
He really continues to pick apart this defense. Last drive, perfect, and it culminated in his third touchdown pass.
As long as we've been doing this, how many times has a player in this type of a zone described the game as really slowed down?
Yep.
So right now, instead of warp speed, it's
snail's pace.
Oh, snail's pace for him, and he can do whatever he wants because he gets all the time in the world to throw the ball, and his offensive line has been giving him that.
Defensively, Pruitt forward with a tackle there.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
A quick hitter complete. It's Jennings. 7 yards there and a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
On the ground, McCaffrey. Across midfield down to the 45. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
It's a gain of 25 yards. And the 49er first down.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. If they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
Shotgun now with Purdy.
That's caught out right by Jennings. Only able to gain a couple there. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Purdy looking to throw.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They were maybe hoping for a little bit of a back shoulder fade there, and that's a play that's been in vogue the last few years in all aspects of football. But they couldn't get the hook up there.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
The Rams offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And you look at his numbers as a pass catcher in this one. They've lined him up in different spots, shifted him around, and made him a real weapon in the passing game.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
At the 26-yard line.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
115 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
They run it again with Williams. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 41. They'll try the air now with Stafford. And this one too low.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Stafford. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
3rd and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Now Stafford. That is caught. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 21. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the 4th and final quarter. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Stafford looks to throw again. A quick throw there is incomplete.
And their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Now Stafford. Open man is Atwell, complete. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Stafford now to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Rams are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
1st down. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. 2-2 Atwell. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Rams have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Point after try forthcoming. And the lead is down to a field goal now. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. And he'll start by handing this off to McCaffrey. And not a whole lot doing there, so he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that 1st down carry.
Throwing here, Purdy. That one complete to his receiver, Jennings. Called a gain of 40 on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
And it's 3rd down.
Purdy from the gun. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards to play.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this would have probably get away from them.
Byron Young there on the stop.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's going to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. Purdy from the gun on 3rd down. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there's a 49er who's in some discomfort. Well, hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for San Francisco. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. The home team's offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And it's hard to believe you can run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. Pass complete there to Nakua. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 16-yard line.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. They'll get this one complete to Angel. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
To throw is Stafford. Right back to Atwell. That's complete. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
To the air again, Stafford. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And a nice job of break free of one tackle, but it slows momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. Back to throw, Stafford. This one is incomplete.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. And his kick is indeed good. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive, capture the field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away.
Gets past one man.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Niners offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And we essentially have a brand-new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this fourth quarter. This to the sideline and over everybody, incomplete. No flags forthcoming, though. Maybe a break there. That looked like a clear throwaway to me.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Purdy now to throw. He's got his big tight end, Farrell, complete.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And they are going to score on a fumble return. Touchdown, LA. So many times, tight games decided by one big play. And a lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here, it's the defense coming up huge.
And you know, head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here.
No going for two. They'll kick the point after. Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead.
49ers 27.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Oh, what a move.
And able to get this out to the 25. The 49ers ready to set up shop again offensively.
And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
And this is showing faith in a running back who just lost a fumble a minute ago that was returned for a touchdown. Now, some coaches might let him think about on the bench for a bit, but he's right back out there. They're showing that they have confidence in him.
Here's 3rd and 6. Back to throw, Purdy. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And a 49er first down.
I like like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Here's Purdy. He'll let this go deep for Bourne. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get him the completion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. McCaffrey running up the middle. Oh, look at the juke. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. 105 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on first down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
And the tight end goes in motion left. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackler's going to be made at the Rams 30. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards. Charles, he's now over 400 yards passing in this one. It feels like he has a zillion completions. Just a very memorable effort from a guy that we thought could be in line for a big game, and he has exceeded our expectation.
That he has, and I'm not really surprised at all because when you look at this offensive unit, they're loaded across the board. And, of course, the guy throwing them, he's a big-time player himself. They brought it from start to finish and really helped get the better of the opposing secondary.
Here's 2nd and 4 from the 24. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
13 yards. First down, 49ers.
This has been a good drive so far. It's been the running game for the most part that's powering them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now a run with McCaffrey. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8. Now Purdy. Flush to his right. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco.
San Francisco.
Luke Farrell, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the 49ers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. And we are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter.
That will tie the game.
So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. This one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10.
At their own 22.
He'll look to Williams to begin things. And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23.
Well, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
From the 23, here's a 2nd down and 9.
Again, it's Williams. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 1 yard and now no yards. Have him looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
From the gun, here's Stafford. It's caught here by Adams. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Here comes the Rams punter now as he's on to kick it away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Here's 1st and 10. Play action. Now Purdy.
Forced out to his left. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. A gain of 15. And the 49ers first down.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score.
Purdy looking to throw.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Here's 2nd down and 3. Here's Purdy to throw.
Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey.
And McCaffrey going to pick up a Niners first down as he'll get this down inside the 40.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. Here's Purdy.
Finding Bourne here over the middle. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. As the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game.
At the 34-yard line.
Here comes 2nd down. Robinson up the middle.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Purdy to throw.
Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Here's second down. Is Purdy. This will be caught inside the 10. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
He has been terrific today, hasn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. Running flawless 2-minute drill right here. This has been quarterbacking 101 with a flourish.
Here's first and goal. They'll run with Robinson.
And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the fourth.
So the toss play effective, even down here near the goal line.
Yeah, and you're hoping the defense commits too many men to stop the run in the middle of the field and that your blockers can gain a little bit of an advantage. And when they do, foot race to the pylon, and this time he had the speed to win that race.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead.
34.
Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So now Stafford and the Rams down by 7. 26 seconds to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down.
Stafford now to throw.
Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And he's going to pick up a first down here as that clock continues to run.
This is where, of course, it's good to have a veteran quarterback under center.
You would just be able to put on one of those blood pressure clips, and nothing would be different for him. He's done it many times before, expects to get it accomplished again.
One last throw here for Stafford. For left side, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
That was a long shot, but they did get one final chance to try to score and overcome this small deficit. No touchdown, though, Charles, and that brings this one to a close.
Yeah, I think Hope was wearing one jersey and Worry was wearing another on the other sideline as that final snap played out. Now, we've seen some incredible plays to win games before, but in this case, I think the distance was just a little bit too great for it to happen here.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long from Southern California.